This is my audience. My name is Jeff Strayhorn, and today I'm going to be giving a persuasive speech on that I believe that adoption is a viable alternative to abortion. So, I believe that every child has the right to life, and that mothers who are carrying a child have the opportunity to give a child a life, and that's a great opportunity for them. I have a quote here that goes along with this initial belief, and it is from Abortion, Pros and Cons, written by William E. May. It goes along with what I believe, and it says, quote, that fetal life is human life, that every human being is of equal worth, and that every human being is a subject of rights, such as the right to life. This goes along right with my idea, with that I believe that every child has that right to life. And I mean, I know that some mothers out there aren't ready to have that child, and that, there may be other instances where they have a child that they don't want. But I believe that it's still a great opportunity for them, in that it's a benefit to the child, because you never know what that child may become, and you should give them that opportunity to live and become something. Another point that I wanted to point out is that not all mothers, but many mothers in the past have suffered from what people are calling post-abortion syndrome. It's similar to what PTSD is. They go through a symptom of guilt and depression, and they suffer with it for varying amounts of times, and sometimes it takes a while to settle in, but many women feel guilt and wish that they had made a different choice when they were younger, later on in their life. And a way to avoid this is to give the child up for adoption. While they may still miss the child because it won't be directly in their life, they'll feel better about themselves knowing that they allowed that child to live and to have a life. And there is the possibility of meeting with the child. There are open and closed adoptions, and if you have an open adoption, you are allowed to see your child in the future. And closed adoptions, you still are. It's just a little more complicated. You have to go through a process. So, I mean, that's something that could solve that problem. A third thing is that there are many couples out in the world who are willing to adopt and want to adopt, many children. And in fact, there's a lot of couples out in the world who aren't even capable of having children. It's many women aren't capable of conceiving, and there's men who are infertile, and those couples, they want to be happy and they want to have children, but unfortunately they just aren't able to. Personally, I fall into a couple of these categories. Personally, I am adopted, and I'm very thankful for my birth mother. I'm here today. It's weird to think, if I had been aborted, I wouldn't be here talking to you today, and so it makes me thankful to be alive today. And I have the opportunity of life. I have the opportunity to live and to learn and to make a difference in this world. My parents, who are now my parents that adopted me, they weren't able to have children. My mom has had a lot of complications in her life, and she tried for many, many years, and they just weren't able to have children. And so not only is this life a blessing to me, but I'm a blessing to my parents. I am a gift to them because they weren't capable of having children. And so to all the people out there, I just want them to know that although abortion is, I understand, sometimes a way out of something that maybe you don't want to have to deal with, or something that you don't want to think about, because whatever the instance may be, good or bad, I believe that adoption is a very good alternative, because for one, you're still not having to deal with the responsibility directly, but you're doing something for the child, which is something that's great, and it gives that child an opportunity to life, and you never know what they may become. And this is my audience.